morning and good afternoon together because we are in the mid period of the day. So let me try to wish all of you a great welcome for the conference which is happening since yesterday here. It's all been that we are talking about child development, child enhancement, and also about the child to be developed for future 2022, 23 and furthermore. We are all talking about future 2030 already. So let us also take a small glimpse what we will have to think after pandemic. I think all of us were stuck in grief. It was 2 years where it put us into cliche, making us understand what to do, how to do. Because see, while if it is US, if it is Scotland, if it is Finland, there was technology, because all of us know it is artificial intelligence which has made us go more beyond that. But while we talk about South Asian, because it's our South Asian summit, we will have to make that understand. It gave us a bright platform to make ourselves involved in adapting ourselves for the technology. All of us have basic small Android gadgets. Let us not talk about the companies. If we try to go with bigger companies or smaller companies, all of us do have a gadget. But what did the gadget give us? What did the gadget make to do or to learn? It was all that, in between that, what we call trauma, we have made ourselves exhibit in a great and a potential way for the field of education. I think even in Sri Lanka, Dhaka, could be my own motherland, India, all of us had a big question mark, how to go about. So while it was, I'm also a part of a group of institutions where we had this glitch and cliche, where we were thinking how we should go, what we should do, and how to indulge, because teaching is a noble profession. We cannot stop. We need to keep learning every day. We will have to make ourselves competitive, potential enough to the future world, present world, and upcoming world. While all this is happening, I need to give a big round of applause to every teacher who's present here, has done a wonderful, enormous job. While it was 2 years, we have come sit here for the conference. That is because of all the R&D and the work that we'll have done this 2 years. So now we are thinking how to take its future, how to give that confidence, because all of us know while they have come from the virtual method or called as online method to offline, there are so many things that we will have to understand. We have gone 4 years back. Do you all agree with me? Have you all gone 4 years back? I say that personally that we have stepped 4 steps down. How to get that 4 steps up? This is what is the challenge all of us are facing. All of us are facing in such a way that it is not, is it the classroom control? Is it the delivery of content, or is it the discipline that we will have to get back? So many things are there, like a bar graph, that we will have to talk, decide and play. But I definitely know all the groups of institutions or heads of institutions or the managers have never sat back. We have decided in such a way that we will get that challenging in the right way, so that none of us will face those problems. Our kids of future will not be driven back or not being there into the lack of understanding. No, they are not in that method of adapting to the new trends. As I was like Dheeraj sir was trying to tell about the Sigma methods or different methods which he is talking about. Again, that to get into the reform. All that can only happen when we try to give a small, bigger thinking model that has to inculcate in every child in the classroom. Because what has happened is kids been continuously sitting with gadgets, because the classes were happening in that model. We had to always think is that how to get back there. Because in the classroom now, every time making them sit for the 40 minutes, making them understand they need to be there with us for 7 to 8 hours, how to make them to understand this is all their own beautiful time. We've been doing an enormous reform. So that is the work of the teachers, where it is taking a big different method of understanding and giving that creative thinking in the child. So as the sir was showing the slides, because I today, whatever my presentation had to go, I have left my slides there, sorry for that. But generally I'm trying to reach you people what next we will have to do, and how next we will have to do, and how beautifully we will have to do it. Because if you try to tell everything will happen in school, it is not that. We can only make them understand what can be done, how it can be done, and how we can make them think better. This is what is required for the present scenario for another 2 years, because almost they know how to handle a gadget. Most of the kids are talking about artificial intelligence. Most of the kids are talking about NASA. We are talking about what not is the adaptive fast techniques that is there. But we have forgotten that we need to involve our small brain for thinking of how to go ahead for next year. We've all stopped thinking about that. Also trying to get our kids in our school, where we have 11 branches which is spread in South India till Vizag, Mumbai we are reaching, as well as in Tamil Nadu. We have been giving this method of understanding through our own curriculum. We have a curriculum based which is reaching the kids in a simpler way. It is all called as adaptive method, learning while play, thinking while play, and also listening while play. This has been one of the small different method which we have inculcated in our curriculum concept. It has been working good, and I would also try to tell the teachers who are here, if in case any help you people need with us, we are there to associate you people, always get in contact with us. This is working really good. Parents are really happy to understand why we are going with our own separate curriculum. We are called as WPS group of institutions, where this is still a growing group. It is almost 5 years we have completed, but in that 5 years we have got different methods and technologies to reach parents through kids. First, we basically started with our preschooling. We have come with our primary school leveling, and now we are on the secondary. What is required in thinking, or called as thought process? We are giving the enormous methods which in the small span of time, definitely I cannot put that because the slides were there where I could have easily shown about. But I would try to tell us that how this thinking process while playing or while learning would make a child develop more, think a child more, or make the child more confident. This is being there in the concept of our curriculum. So that way, whatever is that is the preschool as well as primary is that in the schooling, which plays a major role for changing of thinking of a child, and basic education with good quality inculcation of methods and methodologies would make child understand more better is the simple thing which we are making reach through our children. So anything in future you can always reach us. We have our own website. We will try to share it. Also we have been working on small things like how gadgets, other play methods, how potentially we can use it for our own learning methods, or called as making the child use the gadget and improvise. Because nowadays none of us are away from gadgets. Even now, most of us are handling mobiles, seeing the pictures. We are there messaging. So many things are happening, inclusive of me. So even the kid once goes back home, how important would the gadget become? It is like mother and father. Than that, the child goes, finds where is mama's mobile, where is dada's mobile. This is how it is. So that mobile, or called as a system, or called as a hard disk or a laptop, how effective that should be made for a child in the time the child is using for. These are the small things that have been there with with us, which we are reaching through. So that way, I would also try to tell everyone that we will make children think more creative, and also we will make them understand involvement of their activities, whatever they are doing, is to be shown in the right way. That is also required. So that way, in a small note, I would try to conclude that let thinking be with us. Let us indulge a child, make think, and also try to be positive for becoming a future of the world. So that way, thank you one and all for giving me this small platform, for giving what we are doing in our institution. Before me concluding, I want to thank Sri Lanka for giving the opportunity for me to come all the way from Bengaluru. I would try to personally thank Dheeraj sir, who gave me the splendid opportunity to make it happen today, along with that Janaka sir, who's there as a backbone for this event, who's been there for continuously striving that this event becomes very successful. So Dheeraj sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hope so we will keep in contact. And all my Indian foreign delegates, it's very nice to meet you people here. It's been a pleasant surprise for me. What not is there with our Indians, the same way Dhaka as well as Sri Lanka. It is not that we have a barricaders here. I'm just trying to tell that because while it becomes India, we become like it's a family, it's a home. So we feel that we need to understand, because I had very small span of time. In that small span of time, it made me feel it's my home. Thank you all of you for giving this wonderful opportunity, for all that has happened. I would thank very personally Dheeraj sir as well as Janka sir for making it happen, and we would look forward to get associated like this henceforth, so that builds our community in a bigger way. Thank you.